Hi, I'm Shannon Johnson, the director of Legacy Museum on Main, and this is a brief moment in LaGrange's history. They call it the deadliest disease in history. Today, it's known as H1N1 or swine flu, but then it was called the Spanish flu, an interesting name for a disease that killed in every corner of the globe. It was the thick of World War I when the deadly pandemic hit. To maintain morale, wartime censors in the United States, England, Germany, and France minimized early reports of illness and mortality. The papers were free to report the epidemic's effects in neutral Spain, which created a false impression that Spain experienced a higher rate of the disease, hence the name, the Spanish flu. The first wave occurred in the spring of 1918. It was generally mild, with people usually recovering after several days. But the second wave was a killer, literally. It hit in the fall of 1918 and was highly contagious, often killing victims within hours or days of their developing symptoms. Typically, influenza outbreaks most often affect juveniles, the elderly, or already weakened patients, but this strain predominantly killed previously healthy young adults. The war left parts of the world with a shortage of healthcare workers, making conditions even worse. The Spanish flu killed at least 20 million people in 18 months, though some estimates put that figure at closer to 50 million, including 675,000 Americans. Some communities were so severely affected that healthcare workers could not tend to the sick, nor the gravediggers bury the dead because they were too ill. In some areas, mass graves had to be dug with steam shovels and bodies buried without coffins. Here in Troup County, more than 2,000 cases were reported. As a preventative measure to stop the spread of the disease, the Board of Health prohibited public gatherings in schools, funeral homes, and churches. 6 doctors and 8 nurses from other Georgia counties came to Troup to assist. 2 local school buildings were converted into temporary hospitals. The community even established an emergency fund to cover the expenses accrued during the pandemic, raising over $7,500 in 4 hours. They were heroic measures, but for some 270 local residents, it was too little too late. The LaGrange Graphic was printing obituaries almost daily. This is certainly a reminder to be thankful for our flu shots. To learn more about local history, visit Legacy Museum on Main. This has been a brief moment in LaGrange's history.